hello all of you all. Welcome to Infinity Learn by Sri Chaitanya Academy. All of you all, welcome. Myself, Dr. Sheikh Sarfaraz, your chemistry faculty, and with me I have
Mr. Akshay Arora, mathematics faculty. Everyone, first of all, we would like to welcome you all to this last session, sir.
Last and final and farewell party of session where we are going to end up, and again we are going to meet in the month of April.
Very nice, sir. So basically, sir, the students have already attempted their JEE, and this JEE happened across 8 shifts, sir.
Yes.
In all the 8 shifts, Infinity Learn by Sri Chaitanya came live with the students.
Yes.
We brought the authentic questions. We discussed the questions.
And in some cases, we provided 25 out of 25 questions also.
We provided the answer keys also, sir, in the WhatsApp channel. So every kind of support that the Infinity Learn can give on the YouTube, free of cost to the students, that Infinity Learn has given. Now, sir, student has already attempted the paper. So for students who are not who believe that they can do more better, but they have not done better this time, they think they can do more better if being given one more chance.
And the most important thing I would like to say to every student is that if anybody have written January session average or not satisfactory, please come in contact with Infinity Learn or Sri Chaitanya Academies or to our branches and be in connection with us, so that we are going to launch some new revision program batches, or we will provide you some doubt session, we will provide you some GTMs, some practice sessions, some connectivity, and by the way, you can improve your marks and your score in the month of April.
And one thing, sir, you forgot that all those students who are satisfied with their performance, who got good percentile, and then they are planning to go ahead with the advanced preparation.
Yes.
So for that also, we will be launching the advanced batch, so that you can enroll in Infinity Learn. We'll solve your doubts. We'll personally handle each and every doubt of yours, and definitely we'll actually make you land up to a situation where you can get a good rank in the JEE advanced.
Dear students, we are not at all teaching. Teaching is just a part, right, sir? Apart from teaching, we are providing doubt session, one-to-one interaction, personalized support wherever needed, wherever required, and we are checking the marks analysis, giving the graphs, the growth in a particular subject, analysis of each and every subject, where you have fallen, where you have picked up, which chapter you are poor, which every type of analysis we are providing, so that you can do the best in April session as well as in advanced session.
Yes. And sir, one thing more I want to narrate to the students, that do not feel disheartened. Do not feel disheartened because you have put a lot of efforts, you gain the experience. And कुछ ना हुआ तो तजुर्बा हुआ बच्चों. आपको कुछ ना मिला इस पेपर में तो आपको तजुर्बा मिला, so that you get an experience, so that you can use this experience in the next attempt, sir. And also, sir, I want to motivate the students with the lines of Harivansh Rai Bachchan. नन्ही चींटी जब दाना लेकर चढ़ती है, चढ़ती पहाड़. So I forgot, sir. Just a minute. I'll repeat.
I will sing one song. नन्ना मुन्ना राही हूँ, देश का सिपाही हूँ, बोलो मेरे संग जय हिंद. Recently we celebrated our Republic Day also. So dear students, I hope you will get beautiful results. Obviously, by praying or by just imagining or dreaming, marks will not improve. Marks will be proportional to your hard work only. Correct, sir?
Yeah, voice is very low. One of the students is saying.
Voice is very low. Please increase your voice to maximum. Okay, very slow. Okay, some students are saying, sir, आज morning वाला toughest और evening वाला easiest था. Dear students, easiest and toughest is not the criteria. Obviously, at the end of the day, percentile normalization will happen.
Yes.
And by that way, you will get the marks proportional to the performance and in a proper ratio with others also. Obviously, the ratio will be maintained in normalization will be 1:1, and you will not get any problem that you leave it off. So, chalo, Max sir,
echo is there. All right.
So,
sir, very tough math and chemistry the student felt, and yes, we'll have a discussion related to that, sir.
Very tough math and chemistry.
Chemistry,
tough.
yes.
Okay. माइनस में आ रहा, ओ मिकी, माइनस में आ रहा तो डरो मत और अपने आप पे हंसो मत और बुरा मत मानो. अगर माइनस में भी आ रहा है छोड़ दो, हार्ड वर्क करो. हो सकता है कि इन अप्रैल मंथ यू विल इंप्रूव योर परफॉर्मेंस एंड मार्क्स एंड सम मैजिक में हैपन, बट इट ऑल डिपेंड्स अपॉन योर हार्ड वर्क एंड प्रॉपर गाइडेंस. फॉर गाइडेंस कम टू इन्फिनिटी लर्न Sri Chaitanya Academies. We will give a proper guidance and hard work is yours. One step I will take, one step you take, and success will be in front of us. So Akshay sir, are you ready with your question, sir?
Yes, I am ready, but I want you to listen the poem, sir, which I want to narrate to the students.
You forgot, I hope. You'll not.
So I'll be able to recall.
Okay, now tell sir.
Yeah. So नन्ही चींटी जब दाना लेकर चलती है, चढ़ती दीवारों पर 100 बार फिसलती है.
वाह.
मन का साहस रगों में हिम्मत भरता है, गिरकर चढ़ना चढ़कर गिरना ना अखरता है. मेहनत उसकी हर बार बेकार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती.
वाह वाह वाह.
So that is why sir
इसी बात पे मैं भी एक शेर बोल दूंगा सर, उर्दू वाला,
Yes.
with proper meaning.
Yes.
Because many of the students may not understand Urdu.
Yes.
In Urdu there is a शेर, everyone students, तू बादे मुखालिफ से ना घबरा ए ख्वाब, ये तो होती है तुझे और ऊंचा उड़ाने के लिए.
वाह sir.
Dear students, you know akhab means there is a small, very tiny bird, very sensitive and tiny bird that is called akhab. Mukhalif means against. So you know this bird, whenever high winds will come, so to escape from the high winds, that bird will climb more higher.
Yes.
And higher and higher and higher. Like that only, whenever you get resistance, whenever you face negativity, whenever you face negative people, demotivating type of people, actually those are only those which will take you to the higher position. So that I think you understood. तो बाद मुखालिफ से ना घबरा ऐ ख्वाब means do not get afraid by any opposition.
Mohit, this is for you
anything.
only. Yes sir.
Okay.
हाँ.
ये तो होती है तुझे और ऊंचा उड़ाने के लिए. So Akshay sir, आप continue करना
Yes,
चाहेंगे?
yes, yes.
मैं जा कर रहा हूँ.
Yes.
So dear friends, I'll be back with chemistry questions.
And we have the set of the math questions sir to discuss.
Yeah, after maths I think sir physics sir will come.
Okay.
Then I will come. MPC.
Yes.
Right sir. Bye
Thank
all
you
of
so
you
much.
all.
So yeah, students, as per the review that we got from the students, because our team was standing outside the center, they collected the feedback and the suggestions from the students. The student find the maths to be lengthier as each paper was. However, the chemistry also the students were not able to manage within the time of 40 minutes or 45 minutes. However, it took 1 hour of time to actually complete the paper of the chemistry. So chemistry they find moderate this time because yeah, the questions were tricky and the students were actually making a lot of time in solving the questions of the chemistry. So physics was as it is, there was no such thing, the major change happened with the physics. And one of the student is saying voice is very low. No beta, from our side voice is perfect. You just have to raise your volume button and then you'll be able to listen to us very easily. So let's have a discussion beta about the memory based question. So this time the paper math was moderate lengthy, chemistry moderate and physics moderate to difficult. However, my dear students, this is a section of the mathematics, easy 40%, moderate 40% and difficult 20%. If I come to the physics part, guys, 17% it was difficult, easy 50% and moderate 33%. But yeah, you'll be seeing a lot of change in the chemistry this time. So chemistry difficult section was 30%, which makes the students, let's say out of the 25 questions, 7 to 8 questions were there where the students got stuck and they were not able to get the answer to those questions. And that is why the student encounters the 30% difficult section in chemistry, 33% moderate and easy, they got 37%. सर बताइए क्या कट ऑफ क्लियर हो जाएगा? 52 में से 9 गलत है, तो 52 आपने अटेम्प्ट करे हैं. सबसे पहले आप 52 इंटू मतलब 52 में से आप 9 हटा दीजिए, तो अगर आप 52 में से 9 हटा देंगे तो यू विल बी हैविंग 43. नाउ 43 इंटू 4 कीजिए, सो अराउंड अबाउट यू विल बी एबल टू गेट 132 मार्क्स एंड देन सॉरी 172 मार्क्स एंड 172 में से 9 कम कर दीजिए, तो लगभग आपका स्कोर 150 का है, विच इज अ सेफ स्कोर. अगर आपका इस शिफ्ट में 150 का स्कोर आ रहा है, सो ऑब्वियसली यू विल बी एबल टू सिक्योर 98 और 99 परसेंटाइल और मिडवे बिटवीन 98 and 99. So definitely you will be able to qualify for the JEE Advanced, Mohit, if you have actually attempted these many questions to be correct. All right, my dear students, let's have a discussion over the first question from the mathematics. This is the first question that we got from the binomial expansion. They said that you have to deal with the sum of the coefficients of x raised to the power 49 plus x raised to the power 500 in the binomial expansion of this. Now, bache, if you see this binomial expansion over here, can you see that this is a geometric progression being going on? And how many terms are there? If you see the number of terms, so they are 1001 terms. So 1001 terms are going on. Now, if you see this sequence, if you do the ratio second term over first term, so you'll be able to see here that 1 plus x raised to the power 99 into x, and when divided by the first term, so 1 plus x raised to the power 1000 you have to do. So over here you will be able to see that 1 plus x raised to the power 999 is cancelled with this 1000 power. So 1 power of 1 plus x will remain. Ultimately the ratio we are obtaining here is x over 1 plus x. I hope this is clear to you. Now what we have to do, we just have to apply the sum of n terms in this GP, in which we will be writing a, that is first term, into r raised to the power number of terms minus 1, and then you have to write r minus 1. So I hope you are able to understand how I applied the formula. Then over here guys, it is 1 plus x raised to the power 1000. I'm writing as it is. And then in this bracket guys, I will be writing 101 x raised to the power, and then 1 plus x raised to the power 101. And bache, over here this 1 plus x raised to the power 1001 basically will be in the form of division. And bache, this whole gets divided by x minus 1 plus x, and then beta it is whole divided by 1 plus x. I hope up till here everything is clear to you. Now bache, we will be able to cancel the factors. If you see here, you are having a factor 1 plus x raised to the power 1000. So this is 1001. So one factor will remain. This one factor will be cancelled with this one factor. Ultimately, if you observe the sum of 1001 terms, you will be able to see here that x raised to the power 101 minus 1 plus x raised to the power 1001, and this whole gets divided by, you will be able to see that this x is getting with this x cancelled, and only minus 1 is remaining guys. So ultimately it can also be written as 1 plus x raised to the power 1001 and then minus x raised to the power 1001. These are the sum of the n terms being given to you in this question. So are you all able to understand whatever we have written up till here? Did you understood each and every step? This was just a GP expression and we got the sum of n terms in this GP. Now let's come to the core question. They asked that the coefficient of x raised to the power 499 and then x raised to the power 500 they want to have. So if you want to, let's say this is fixed, there is no alteration can be made in this x power. However, here from here I can generate x raised to the power 499. How? I will write 1001 and then C 499. So that will create. And then my dear students, again they want x raised to the power 500. So 1001 and then C, that is 500. In this way, my dear students, I will be able to get the two terms having the power on x as 499 and power on x as 500. I hope you are able to understand. And they're asking you to get the sum of these coefficients. So, bache, my dear students, it is lengthy question. No, it is not lengthy. It can be covered in within 1 or 2 minutes, not more than that. Since I'm explaining you, so that's why I'm taking time. Else, let's say if a particular student has to do this question without the explanation, definitely he'll be able to skip many of the steps and able to get the answer as early as possible. Now, bache, have you ever heard about this theorem that NCR when added with NCR minus 1? So that will become beta n plus 1 CR. Have you heard about this theorem? So we just have to apply that theorem over here. So this will become n plus 1 CR. So 1002 CR and R value is 500 over here. So this is how you'll be able to get the answer to this question, guys. Some of the coefficients they asked for these 1001 terms, so we got those coefficients. Is that clear to everyone? Are you all able to understand that how we did this question? If this is clear to you, my dear student, then only we can go ahead for the next question, guys. Okay, बेकार गया. Don't worry, बच्चे. कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती. You still have one more attempt. That is an April attempt. You got the experience from here. Just apply this experience. Just use this knowledge in the next attempt. Because this was a session 1, no? Session 2 is still remaining. You got the experience, just apply the experience. Definitely, I have various examples who didn't do well in the first session. However, they did extremely well in the second session. So don't get demotivated. Don't get disheartened. Just whatever you have experienced till now, just figure out your knowledge and just compare it. Where did you got wrong? Work on your mistake, work on your errors. Learn from every mistake that you did in these particular days. And definitely you will be able to find a new person in you, a change version, and definitely you will be able to boost your score then. All right, just you have to work on whatever the motivation you have today. So the same motivation you have to keep it to the end of the session 2 as well. All right, now let's work on the next particular question, guys. This is a question again from the telescopic series. Here the rth term is given to you, r upon r raised to the power 4. I added r square in extra and I am subtracting r square. So here I'll be able to write r square plus 1 whole square, and then I have minus r square beta. Then it is x square minus y square, so which is equals to x minus y beta, and then it will be equals to x plus y. I hope you are able to understand this. Now we can easily break this into the two parts. How? We will be able to write here 1 upon r square minus r, then plus 1, and then minus 1 upon r square plus r plus 1. As you break it into two parts, let's say if you take the LCM, the product will be the LCM. Here plus R will be there, so 2R will come, but here in the numerator it is only 1R. So you have to multiply by half also. Ultimately, this question has been converted to summation of R value 1 to 25 into this particular form. Guys, now you just apply the telescopic series. You observe here, if you will observe that this is VR, so this will be VR minus 1. That means wherever R is written here, no, if you replace R with R minus 1, you will be able to get this expression. Are you able to understand? So let's say if you have to get the sum till 25 terms. So S25 will be equals to, put the value of R as 1 over here, so you will have 1 upon 1, and put the value of R as 25 over here. So you will be able to get 625 plus 25, so 650 plus 1, so that will be 651. Now my dear students, this has been multiplied by half, and bache over here you just take the LCM, 651 minus 1, so 650 you will have in the numerator, and then divided by 651 you will have. This 650 has to be multiplied by half also. So you will be able to see, bacha, that you are getting 325 over 651. They said, my dear students, that this particular expression is sum which is equals to P upon Q. So we got P upon Q. And they also said there shouldn't be any common factor, they should be co-prime. So just check whether any common factor is there and cancel that. And then after that, they're asking you to add P and Q. So we just have to add both numerator and denominator. Are you all able to understand, my dear students? Is that clear to everyone? That how do we got this question solution? Is that clear? Very easy. So you might be thinking this question may take a lot amount of time in solving. No, this question will also consume less than 1 minute or less than 2 minutes in solving the question. If you know the concept, definitely you'll be able to handle the question. Okay. Now let's go ahead for the next one, my dear students. Here we have one more question, guys. They have said that this particular series is equals to what? So they have given here 6, here they have given 10, then 10 into 2, 10 into 2 square, and then here they have given 10 into 2 raised to the power 24. Guys, is that clear? Now, bache, over here they started the 10 factor from here, and from here the two factors started from this term. So, bache, what I believe that if you observe, if you take this 10 common from this sequence, let's say from here to here, if you take this 10 common, you will be able to see that the first term is 1 upon 3 raised to the power 25, then 2 upon 3 raised to the power 24, then 2 square upon 3 raised to the power 23, and it will keep on going till 2 raised to the power 24 over 3 will appear. And bache, this first term 6 upon 3 raised to the power 26 is kept outside as it is. Bache, you will be able to see here that if you do the ratio, let's say the second term over the first term, if you try to do, you will be able to see that 3 raised to the power 24 will cancel this 3 raised to the power 25, 1 3 will remain here, and this 3 into 2 will become 6. So the ratio is getting 6. Bache, even if you divide third term over second term, then also you will be able to see that the ratio is getting 6. So here to here we are able to observe that this is a geometric progression going on of how many terms? So of 25 terms I am observing. How it is 25? Because 3 raised to the power 25 to 3 raised to the power 1. So I can easily apply the sum formula in this. That is first term A, then R raised to the power n minus 1 over R minus 1. Are you able to understand R minus 1, guys? It is 6 minus 1, which is 5. And bache, this is added with 6 upon 3 raised to the power 26. I hope this is also clear to you. Now, bache, over here, my dear students, then it will be easy for you to cancel this with this, and you will be able to get 2 over here. So, over here, my dear students, now 6 upon 3 raised to the power 26 is there, and then 2 times 6 raised to the power 25, and then minus 2 whole divided by 3 raised to the power 25 I am making here, and 3 raised to the power 25 I am making here. Now beta, over here, if you cancel a factor of 3, because this is 3 into 2, no? So here you are left with 3, here you are left with 25. So I cancelled one of the factor of 3. I got 2 upon 3 raised to the power 25. These two terms are exactly same. So these two terms are getting cancelled. Here, my dear students, here we have 2 into 6 can be written as 2 raised to the power 25, 3 raised to the power 25, whole divided by 3 raised to the power 25. These also got cancelled. So ultimately, bacha, we are able to secure 2 raised to the power 26 over here. So is that clear to you? After the simplification of this entire sequence, we are able to generate a value which is 2 raised to the power 26. Is that clear? See, first term I kept as it is and I applied the GP formula over here. And in this GP formula here, I cancel 5 with this. I got 2. 2 is multiplied with 6 also. 2 is multiplied with 1 also. This term, first term and this term got same, so they got cancelled. 6 can be written as 3 into 2. One of the 3 factor got cancelled. 2 factor is remaining. 2 into something will be, powers will be added. So this is how, my dear students, we will be able to handle this question. So I hope, my dear students, you are able to understand that how we have to deal with such questions. Questions up till now, let's say we are able to manage 3 questions. So whatever the questions we got, we can say that if you have attempted these questions before, so definitely you will be able to find these type of the questions to be the easier one. So guys, do not get disheartened, be motivated, stay strong, and my dear students, like success is not the end point. You think that you get JEE and you will be successful. No, success is a journey that you have to travel every day, each moment. So even if you are not succeeding anywhere, if you find that you have not succeeded, don't worry, it's a journey. Every day you have to work hard, you have to give your exams, you have to face challenges, and definitely you have to cross those challenges, and you have to live the life in the challenges itself. So don't underrate yourself, don't get demotivated, because this is a session 1. This session 1 is to just give you an experience that this has happened with the JEE Mains. Now after 3 months again you have one examination, that is again session 2, April attempt. Definitely whatever the challenges you faced here, the same challenges you may not be having in the session 2. Whatever the mistakes you committed here, the same mistakes you may not be committing in the session 2. So just plan your preparation in the upcoming next 2 or 3 months, and definitely whatever the version you have now, the better version you will be able to feel after 1 or 2 days, after 1 or 2 months. But it is very important to strategize your preparation. Now we have with us physics sir, that is Aniruddha sir. He'll be taking with you the physics question.
Thank you sir so much. Let's see in the chat, how was the physics paper so far? How has the physics paper been so far? Was it easy? Was it difficult? How many of you gave the exam today, second shift? Let's see in the chat. Tell me for the physics paper, how did you think the question difficulty was? Did you get, like in the previous few papers, we are getting few questions quite common from the previous shifts? Those of you who have seen all of these sessions here, did you get any questions that are common over there? Let's see that in the chat. We have got a few questions. So we'll discuss those physics questions, and obviously we are getting more. Our team is verifying the questions as we get them. So let's get started with the first one. It says, for the circuit given below, identify the logic gate. So you're taking the output out from over here. This is your Y. Draw out a truth table for this setup. This is A, this is B, here goes the Y. So between A and Y, think about what is going to happen. Over here you have a high voltage, right? So it's going to send some current down. Now, if you have this as 0, if this is at 0 volts, which means if I give, suppose the case is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. Whenever I put this terminal as 0, that means I'm making this diode as forward biased. If it is forward biased, that means the entire current will flow out from here. It has a 0 resistance path. Nothing will go into this Y area. So you will get the output as 0. Same thing, if either of them I make as 0, you know there's a 0 resistance path for the current to flow out. So all of those would become 0. But in the one case where I give both of them as equal to 1, I put both of them as equal to 1, that means in each of the diodes, the N side I have kept at a higher polarity. which means each of the diode become reverse biased. So reverse bias means the current flow is blocked. If the current cannot flow out through here, only path it has to go is through the Y. That is when you get the output 1. So over here, this, look at the truth table. This is basically an AND gate. That is the answer for this. Okay. Let's move to our next question. This says an object is placed at a distance of 30 centimeter from a lens. Distance of the image they are asking, R1 is 10 centimeter, R2 is 20 centimeter. Refractive index of the lens is provided to us. Now, first thing, we want to find the image distance, object distance is provided. We need the focal length. How do we get to the focal length? We have 1 by f is equal to mu minus 1 into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2, correct? Lens maker formula. Mu is given to us as 1.5, right? R1 is 10 centimeter. R2 is minus of 20. Why? Because it's facing the other way, it's facing the negative side. So that's 0.5, that's a 1 by 2. Here I will have a 1 by 10 plus 1 by 20. Taking an LCM, that goes with the 20, that's a 2 plus 1. That's a 3 by 40, which means my focal length, or I can keep it as 1 by f itself, doesn't really matter because I'll anyway work with that. So that's 3 by 40. Now I go for 1 by v is equal to 1 by f plus 1 by u, that's a lens. 1 by f is a 3 by 40. Object distance is negative because it's obviously to this side. So you have minus 1 by 30. Goes with a 120. 120 over here 3 times, that's a 9. Minus over here I have a 4. So that's a 5 by 4. Did I do this right? Yes, that's a 5 by 120. Meaning V is then, so this will go with 24 if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it would go with the 24. So V then would be 24 centimeter. That is the answer. Two plano-convex lens, refractive index when they are made into a biconvex. Was the question about plano-convex, students? Was it given as plano-convex? Even if they give plano-convex, the question doesn't change. The question doesn't change. Okay? So, plano-convex, is it said that there is a plano-convex and another plano-convex here? This might be given as R1, this might be given as R2, right? Was that the setup? Was that the setup that you had? Did they both have the same refractive index? Come on, students, if there's an error with the question, we'll fix it right away. Did they have the same refractive index? If they did not have the same refractive index, then nothing changes in the question. The final answer also does not change. Because if they both have the same refractive index and you punch them into a biconvex lens, it will be exactly this setup. Nothing will change. Your answer also will not change. It will stay the same. Two different refractive index. Okay, let's work with two different. Can you tell me what the refractive index was? First was 1.5, second one was 1.2. Let's restart the question, okay? We'll restart the question. This is the great thing about taking it live. We'll work on it right away. So you are telling me, and verify one students with the question. This is R1. This is R2. This you are saying is mu1, which is 1.5. This is mu2, which is 1.2. Is that the question? Is this the question? 1.5 and 1.2? Okay, did they ask magnification or did they ask image? Anyway, doesn't matter. We can figure that out. Please confirm, was this the question? Was this the setup? That they are then converted into a biconvex? Okay, chalo, thank you. So then only thing that we have to do separately is that we have to separately work on the focal length of each of these pieces. So for the first one, let's call it lens 1. Let's call this lens 2. So 1 by f1 is equal to its refractive index 1.5 minus 1 into, its radius is R1, which is 10 centimeters, so 1 by 10, and the other one is 0. I don't bother about that one, because that has a radius of curvature infinity, so 1 by infinity becomes 0. That's it. That's a 0.5. That's a 1 by 20. That's the focal length of the first one. For the second one, I have 1 by f2 is equal to, over here I have 1.2, 1.2 minus 1. Over there I have the first surface has infinity, so 1 by infinity 0, don't really bother about it. The second one will have minus of minus 20. That's over here becomes a 0.2 divided by, this is just plus 20. 0.2 by 20, take this out, put 100 here, put this is 100. So 1 by f1 is 1 by 20, 1 by f2 is 1 by 100. When you put two thin lenses in contact, their equivalent focal length becomes 1 by f is equal to 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2, which is 1 by 20 plus 1 by 100. Makes it go with 100. Up top I have a 5 plus 1, that will be a 6 by 100, that's a 3 by 50. 3 by 50, that is the 1 by f. Okay. After that, I know 1 by v, the image distance. 1 by v is equal to 1 by f plus 1 by u. 1 by f is a 3 by 50. 1 by u, object distance is 30 centimeter in front, so it's minus 1 by 30. Over here I have a 150. 3 times, that's a 9. Minus over here I'll have a 4. Right? Not 4. 3. One second. 9 minus 5. 9 minus 5. Did I do it correct? There will be a factor of 3 over there. 150. Yes, chalo, we did right. 4 by 150. Which is basically, I'll say 1 by 37.5. Yes, 1 by 37.5. So the image distance is 37.5. Okay, R was 15 and 12. So anyway, students, it might have been 15 and 12. I have done this a second time. We'll give you corrected, more accurate versions we are getting. The PDF will be uploaded. But you understand the method. The method is more important. Then you'll be able to work with it. If it was 15 and 10, correspondingly things will change. Okay. So anyway, we got this image distance. If they ask for magnification, you can go for magnification, which is a V by U. Right. V by U would be the 37.5 divided by the object distance, which is 30. You can plug it in, you can get the answer. Okay, understand the method, students. The values you can plug it in. That's it. The magnification you can get V by U. That's it. Okay, we'll move to the next question. This says a block of mass m is placed on a smooth inclined plane, making an angle theta with the horizontal. The inclined plane itself is accelerating horizontally with a constant acceleration a0. Find the time taken by the block to reach the bottom of the incline. Easy question of pseudo force. So the setup looks something like this. We have the inclined plane. Let's say this angle is theta. You have the block here, right? This entire wedge, entire inclined plane itself is moving with an acceleration of a0. Is it given? How do I know it is going in that direction? Because I see all my answers, that's a0 something plus. So the a0 should actually help it come down. The pseudo force should help this come down. Now obviously on this particle, I know there is the g sine theta that's acting. That's standard. But because of this a0, there would also be the pseudo force ma0 acting in this direction. Right? Here you have mg sine theta, my mistake, mg sine theta. If this angle is theta, this angle here will also be theta. This will also be theta, which means in this direction, you will have plus ma0, sorry, should I put capital A? ma0 cos of theta, because that's the side attached to the angle. This tells you the net force that's pulling it down. So what is the net acceleration that brings it down? The net acceleration that you get, that is A naught cos theta plus G sin theta. This is the net acceleration. So then you know if it has to come down a length L, starting with 0 initial velocity, I know that L will be equal to 1/2 AT square. So then T would be equal to root over of 2L by A. Take this, divided by A is A naught cos theta plus a G sin theta. Plus a G sin theta. That is the option. Was it given A naught on the left side? Tell me, was it? If A naught was given on the left side, the difference would be, these would have to be minus. Like if the answer I'm getting A naught cos theta plus this, it would be G sin theta minus A naught cos theta. That has to be there. That's the difference. So if you're telling me that A naught was accelerating to the left, the answer would just have a negative sign in front of A naught. Got it? Got the correction? Obviously, students, these are memory based questions. So from where we got, they might have made slight errors. But I told you already, if the acceleration direction is opposite, just this will have minus A naught. It will be option A, just it would be G sin theta minus A naught cos theta. Okay? Let's move to the next one. It says consider the following electromagnetic waves. Wavelength of A is 400 nanometers, frequency of B is 10 to the power 16. Wave number is what? It's 1 over lambda. That is 10 to the power 4. So this is simple. Think about the energy of A. That is hc by lambda, which is equal to, we'll keep the hc as it is, hc divided by minus 9. Energy of B, the frequency is given, that is already h mu. H mu, so mu is given over here, that's 10 to the power 16. Correct? This in fact I can put h into 3 into 10 to the power 8 divided by 400 times 10 to the power minus 9. And the last one, EC, 1 by lambda is given. Remember, this is in centimeter inverse, so you have to take it in the proper unit. Centimeter inverse basically means it's 10 to the power 6 meter inverse. Okay, put the proper unit. I plug it in here, that's again hc, h into 3 times 10 to the power 8 divided by the wavelength, which is 10 to the power 6. Okay? Did I? No, sorry. My mistake. It's already in 1 by lambda form. So this will go multiplied with 10 to the power 6. So let's check over here. What do I get? I get a 3 into 10 to the power 14 into h. Over here I get a, this is suppose 10 to the power 6. So that's a 10 to the power 15, and I have a 3 by 4. So that would be 10 to the power 14, right? Sorry, 15 I'm getting. So I'll get 7.5 into 10 to the power 14 am I getting? 10 to the power 14 I'll get if I am doing everything correct. That's 3 by 4 is 0.75. There's also an h here, by the way. H I'm not looking at. 3 by 4 is 0.75 into 10 to the power 15. So that's 7.5 into 10 to the power 14. So now you look at the energy basis. This will have the highest. After that will be this, then will be this. So B, then A, then C. B, then A, then C. It is option B. Answer for the magnification question. Based on the values I got, it's coming this. You can check this. I worked with radius 10 centimeter and 12. Though some students have been saying this is 12 and 15. Hypotenuse was L cos theta, was it? Based on the values, it's correct. This is L. If the base would have been given L, yes, you would have got this. That wouldn't have been L cos theta. That would have been L by cos theta. If you're going from the base to that. Okay, let's move to the next one. It says position vector is given as r vector is equal to xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap and its signs are reversed. Then which of the following physical quantities remains unaffected? Now, I'll not put work into this. I'll not put a lot of work into this. This is r vector. If I make them negative, meaning minus xi cap, minus yi cap, minus zk cap, it will impact displacement, velocity, acceleration, all three. It will make all three negative. Why will it make it negative? Because displacement is just subtraction with that from the origin. This itself could be displacement if you're taking from the origin. Velocity is you differentiate this once. If it was negative, velocity will become negative. Same for acceleration. The only thing whose sign will not change would be torque. Why? Because torque is basically r cross f, right? So think about it from a multiplication point of view. The force has acceleration, that will change sign, and over here the r will also change sign. So negative and negative, they will go. Was it given angular momentum? Which one was given angular momentum? Even if it is given angular momentum, that would be the correct one. So you're telling in place of torque, it was angular momentum? In place of torque, was this given as angular momentum? Tell me, let's get a confirmation. Linear and angular momentum, you're telling. So if it was linear and angular momentum, the answer would be angular momentum. Because there again, you do a V into R. So V will change sign, R will change sign, negative, negative will cancel out. So linear momentum and angular momentum. Okay. Acceleration, velocity, linear and angular momentum. Okay. Students are saying this is linear momentum. Students are saying, I'll take your word, students. Obviously, this is also memory based. You can also contribute linear momentum, and this is angular momentum. So correct answer would be angular momentum because you do a V into R. Thank you students. Okay. Chalo, was torque there? Okay. Again, memory based. Even if torque was there, torque would have been correct. If angular momentum was there, angular momentum would have been correct. Right? It's not like at the end of the day, it's the only one answer I've come memorized and I'll put that. Whatever you give, we'll fix it accordingly. All right. Chalo. Let's move to this one. It says, which of the following physical quantities is not measurable? Displacement, potential difference, acceleration and potential. So the answer is potential. Answer is potential. Why? Because absolute potential for a point, if you think about the definition, it is a work done in taking a charge or a particle from infinity to a certain point. Even if it was given, you're telling in place of this, it was given voltage? Could be. Voltage means basically the same thing. Voltage difference and voltage, if they would have been given in place of potential, that would have been it. Was it given voltage? If it was given voltage, so over here this could have meant voltage difference and this could have been written as voltage. Right? So then voltage would have been correct. Voltage and voltage difference, voltage would have been correct. Voltage is essentially potential. You can't define potential at an absolute point. We do it as work done from infinity. That's a theoretical concept. You can't measure it. First option, displacement current. Thank you students. It actually makes more sense. And was this acceleration? Was this one correct? So voltage and voltage difference. Okay. Chalo, thank you. Next one, it says measurement taken with vernier calipers are as follows. 1.21 millimeter, 1.23, 1.24, 1.2. I can already see it can measure up till 10 to the power minus 2 millimeters. So the least count is option B. Straightforward, quick answer. Okay, straightforward, quick answer. All right, thank you students. So we'll move to our next one. Next, tell me before I start solving, values correct over here. You have a disc mass is 3 kg, radius is 5 meters. Last was 1.25. That doesn't make a difference though. Could be 1.25. Was this 1.25? Was this 1.25 or 1.2? This question was there. Mass 3 kg, radius 5 meter and a mass. This was coming down. This has fallen by 3 meters. That is what we are testing. Correct? Chalo, let's start solving. If this falls down by 3 meters, right? Obviously, when the block is here, it has some speed v. And it also is rotating with an angular velocity omega. Because there's no sort of slipping happening, you know v is equal to omega times r. Correct? Now, over here, there's a drop in potential energy, that's mgh. That's a 3 times, gravity is 10, and the height it falls through is 3 meters, right? This energy is given to the kinetic energy of this mass and to the rotational kinetic energy of the disk. So, kinetic energy of the mass is 1/2 times mass is 3 kg times v square plus 1/2 I omega square. So, I is what? For a disk it is 1/2 into m into r square times omega square. Omega is v square by r square, 5 square. Take this out. Okay, over here what do I have? I have a, so cross multiply a 2. If I cross multiply a 2, here I have a 90, that's a 180. This question was not there in the shift. Was this question not there? Not there, was it? Okay, chalo, we have started. Quickly we'll just solve. So over here you calculate for the V, okay? Then I'm not solving the full thing. You can calculate for the V over here. Once you get the V, you can get the omega. Take out 1/2 I omega square. It was there in words. The diagram was not there. Could be. Chalo, we'll solve. There's ambiguity. There's no point keeping ambiguity. Over here, if I've cross multiplied, I have a 3v square plus 3 by 2 v square, which means I have a 180 is equal to 3 plus 3 by 2 is that's a 9 by 2 v square goes with a 20, cross multiply, your v square is equal to 40. So your omega square is just v square by r square, that's a 40 divided by a 5 square. That's your omega square. We are looking for the kinetic energy of the disk, right? Some students saying it was there, some saying not there. So we'll solve it. So over here, the kinetic energy of the disk is 1/2 I omega square. I is what? 1/2 mr square, 3 into 5 square times omega square is what? 40 divided by 5 square. Take this out. You have a 4 here, 4 goes, puts a 10, there's a 3 into 10, the answer is 30 joules. It might not have the diagram. It was described in words. It was there in words. Okay, Pallavi, tell me, kahan pe doubt hai aapka? Okay, we'll do one more physics question. This says 2 light sources of 650 nanometer and 550 nanometer are used for Young's double slit experiment. Slit distance is 2.25 and distance between the slit and the screen is 1.5. The distance from the central maxima for which minima of both wavelength coincide. Confirm students, was this question there? Look at the values. Was it 650 and 550? Was this 2.25 millimeter and 1.5 meter? Come on, tell me. Was this question there? It was there? Okay. Previous question, we just took the drop in potential energy is equal to the increase in kinetic energy for the block plus the increase in the rotational kinetic energy for the disk. It was there, correct question. Okay, then we can proceed. Now we know we want to check distance for which minima of both. Was it minima for both or maxima for both? It was minima for both, right? Okay, chalo, let's check here. Let's say for the first one, it is order number m. This is order number n. So I know m minus half into lambda 1 capital D by small d, that is equal to n minus half into lambda 2 capital D by small d. Right? Dark fringes aligned, maybe different order. 2 millimeter. D was given as 2 millimeters, was it? Okay, chalo, we'll work with that. I really hope our answers align. Take this out. So m minus half by n minus half. So I can just do 2m minus 1 divided by 2n minus 1. That is lambda 2 by lambda 1. Lambda 2 by lambda 1 is just, you can put maybe 650 by 550. Or, chalo, 650 by 550. Goes with how much? This goes with an 11. This goes with a 13. Correct? So then I can get m is equal to, so to get to 13, I can take m is equal to 7 and n then is equal to 6. Right? It is 7 and 6. M and n. So for the 551, it's order number 7. For the 651, it is order number 6. Okay. Now they are asking distance from central maxima. So I can pick either of them now. Let's say I take this one, m minus half. That's a 7 minus half times lambda 1. Lambda 1 would be the 550. Times capital D by small d. Capital D was 1.5. Small d was, you said 2 millimeters, so 2 times 10 to the power minus 3. And by the way, this is in nanometers, so there's a 10 to the power minus 9 here. This goes with a 1413 by 2 times 550 into 1.5. It's becoming really weird. Was it this? Was this? It's becoming. Was it maxima? Was it maxima or minima, students? If it was maxima, then your m and n are just 13 and 11. Did they ask you for the position or just this? If they are asking you this is the y. I'm not doing the calculation. Okay, I'm not doing the calculation. If they would have asked for maxima, answer would have been 13 and 11. That's it. Okay, so we'll move to the next one. That final calculation I'm not doing. I feel the values somewhere we are a little off. Oh, okay. I think next your chemistry teacher would be here, Sarfaraz sir or Suresh sir would be here to take on the chemistry part of it. So those of you who have many of you I can see have given the exam based on how much you're providing us with the information. How do you think the exam was? How was your preparation? How did you do in this exam? Let's hear it from everyone. How did you do? Did you feel it was challenging? Because since you're giving this is the last shift. You have seen the shifts, previous shifts. You know the paper difficulty and all of that. So at that point, what do you feel at this level was? I'll obviously getting more questions in. Until that time, and by the way, students, remember two important things. Firstly, we have our college predictor and rank predictor tool live. You'll find that in the description box down below. where you can go, you can put your approximate scores that you feel you are getting. That's why we are doing this paper discussions. And then on the basis of that, on the basis of that, you will get which college you got in. You could possibly get based on, it will take into account your gender, your quota, whatever, caste, home state, everything. Okay, moderate, easy to moderate. So overall, I'll bring a YouTube session on this channel itself eventually about a full review about the entire January session, what we can learn about for the April session. I'll bring a separate one discussion. I'll analyze all of these papers, what become the higher weightage topics for the April attempt, how you should prepare for it. We'll bring that. And obviously remember, on the Sri Chaitanya Academy JEE channel, you'll be also having advanced classes. Every single day we'll be having classes on this channel. It's all for free if you're a subscriber to this channel, not even a paid subscriber. If you're just subscribed here on this YouTube channel, we'll be having the advanced sessions. And if your target is for JEE advanced students, Infinity Learn will be starting its dedicated advanced course, which is a comparatively shorter crash course where all the deleted portions would be covered, all the question discussions, advanced PYQs, all of those things would be covered for you. So make sure you stay subscribed to this channel. All the information about that, all the analysis would be provided to you very, very soon. Your first attempt is over. A very, very important thing that you should do right now, don't lose the momentum. Because an exam had come close, you know how many hours of study you have put in. You know how much effort you have started to put in. And this wouldn't have been possible if an exam didn't come so close. But now that you've built up that momentum, don't take like, okay, JEE Mains first attempt is done, I'll take like a 1 week break, I'll chill out, and then I'll restart. You can restart, but you will again restart from level 0. You have to build up those habits again slowly and steadily. It's a lot better if you can eventually carry forward this momentum of study, momentum of hard work, the discipline that you've built up into the April session. That is where you see these vast changes in results from people going from 50 percentile to 99 percentile in the 2 months. That happens because people conserve this momentum. All right, so I'll hand it over now to Bharat sir, who can take it forward.
Hi sir, how are you? So how is the physics paper, sir, overall?
So this term, sir, it has been moderate again, close to, of this full session 1,
okay,
close to the tougher papers,
okay,
moderate level.
That's
so
fine,
students have also said that it was pretty moderate.
Okay, fine.
Let's see, sir.
Fine, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Over
sir,
to you.
fine, sir, thank you. Yeah, dear students, welcome to Infinity Learn. How are you, boys and girls? Hope you have written well, right? So today's math paper, as usual, it is lengthy, time taking, okay? Not an easy paper. Even morning shift also not an easy paper. It takes time. Yeah. Today's paper is moderate to difficult, not easy paper. Morning paper as well as this paper were lengthy papers only. We can say around 150 to 160 marks can give you 99 percentile. Okay, even 120, 130 is also definitely a good score, boys. Okay, right? Chalo, we shall go with math questions. So we have, this is the first question, definite integral related. Integral minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 is an easy question. So because step x minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, you can break the integral from minus pi by 2 to minus 1, because minus pi by 2 will become, good evening Karthik, yeah, minus pi by 2 is minus 1.7, then next minus 1 to write 0, then next you can write 0 to 1, then next the fourth one 1 to pi by 2. You can split it into 2, you just observe sin x cos x graphs. Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 sin x is this, cos x is this. Now integral minus pi by 2 to minus 1, you can just see in this case step will be minus 2. So 12 into 13 minus 2 will become 1 by 3 plus, in this interval minus pi by 2 to minus 1, this is negative, step is minus 1, and cos x step is 0, this is minus 1. So this is 2 6 times. So this part 6 into minus 1 plus pi by 2, this part plus this case. Hi Tirtha, hi, how are you? Yeah, so integral minus 1 to 0, step will be, you can say minus 1, so 3 minus 1 will become 2 by 3 plus minus 1 to 0, sin x step is still minus 1, cos x step is 0. So you can say this is 2, this is 12 into 0 minus of minus 1 is 1, plus here this is 12 into 3 plus step is 0 by 3 plus 0 to 1, both will have step 0, 3 gets cancelled, 12 into 1 minus 0, plus this is 0, 1 to pi by 2, step x will become 1, so which is 12 into 3 plus 1, 4 by, so 0 to pi by 2 both will have step 0, this is 3, so which is going to be 16 into pi by 2 minus 1, and hence boys this becomes minus 6 plus 3 pi plus 12 plus 12 plus 8 pi minus 16. So 8 plus 3 11 pi, this is 24 minus 22 plus 2, 11 pi plus 2 is the answer here, right? Clear? So this is an easy question, just you need to split into cases, right? The next you can say second question, so simple and easy question boys. A is set of all complex numbers, mod z minus 2 less than or equal to 4 represents a circle with center 2 comma 0 and radius 4, radius 4. Second one, this is PA plus PB is equal to K, which represents an ellipse with foci 2 comma 0 and minus 2 comma 0. You see here minus 2 comma 0 and it is an ellipse. Obviously these two will intersect and Z1, Z2 are the points on these two curves respectively. Yeah. So now, so Z1, Z2 minimum distance. The minimum distance here is, since they intersect, the minimum possible distance is 0. That's it. Next, this question is an interesting question. A power 100 is 100b plus I. If it is like b plus I whole power 100 and B is nilpotent matrix, it becomes easy. So this is why B plus, you just suppose A is B plus I. So let us take A minus I as B. This is the intuition. So A minus I you consider, this is going to be 2 minus 4, 1, this is minus 2. So let it be B. So you just consider B square, so which is 2 minus 4, 1 minus 2 into 2 minus 4, 1 minus 2. You just multiply, this is 4 minus 4, 0, minus 8 plus 8, 0, 2 minus 2, 0, minus 4 plus 4, 0. B square is equal to 0, so it is a nilpotent matrix. If B square is equal to 0, guys, so you can write I plus B whole power 100 is also, I mean to say B square is equal to 0. What can you write? This is I plus 100 C1 into B plus 100 C2 B square and so on, 100 C 100 B power n. Since B square is 0, B square term, B cube term, all these terms will become 0. So this is I plus B whole power 100 will become I plus 100B. That means guys, 100B plus I it is, so I plus B must be I. You see, I plus B must be A. So he wants then the sum of elements of B power 100 he is asking about. So B square, B cube, B power 100, all entries will be 0. So B power 100 is a nilpotent matrix. So we can say here 0 is the answer, right? The next, you see, this is another question. This is triangle ABC such that A is 0, 0. Vertices BC lie on the parabola y square is equal to 8x. Let A 0, 0, B be AT square comma 2AT, that is 4T1, C be 2T2 square comma 4T2. So now the centroid of this particular triangle is going to be 7 by 3, 4 by 3. Centroid means 2T1 square plus 2T2 square plus 0 by 3. This value is given as 7 by 3. Similarly, 4T1 plus 4T2 plus 0 by 3 will become 4 by 3. from which you will get 3 gets cancel, T1 square plus T2 square will become 7 by 2, and you can write T1 plus T2 is going to be 1 here. Okay, so you just square from this, try to find T1 T2. So T1 square plus T2 square is 7. So 2 T1 T2 is nothing but 1 minus 7 by 2, which is going to be minus 5 by 2. Therefore, T1 T2 is nothing but minus 5 by 4. Now we just want the distance between B and C. BC square we want. BC square is nothing but 2T2 square minus 2T1 square whole square plus 4T1 minus 4T2 whole square, which gives 2 square is 4 into T1 minus T2 whole square into, you can write T1 plus T2 whole square, this is, okay, plus here 16, no, so which becomes 4 T1 minus T2 whole square. So 4 into T1 minus T2 whole square is nothing but A plus B whole square minus 4AB. So will become plus 5 into, this is 1 plus 4, which is going to be 4 into 6 into 5. So 120 is the answer for this, 120. Okay, yeah. So good. The next, friends, so in a way I can say math questions are, these questions are lengthy, I mean easy, but by seeing just these questions you can't come to the conclusion that the entire math paper is easy. So math questions are going to be sometimes, yeah, most of the questions are lengthy and time taking also. Right, dear students, how did you write? So what is your point? Young Indian, Tirtha, yes, Tirtha, tell me what do you want? So in a way you can say, dear students, I can say today's paper are moderate to difficult. I can say difficult only. So when compared to, out of all the 10 papers, at the end of the 10 paper we can say that 2026 JEE Mains papers are in a way bit, yeah, what is your question? Maths question, tell me. Yeah, tell me what is your math question? Can I please know? Just text me the question, we'll try to attend your question, right? In a way we can say 2026 JEE Main papers are definitely a bit higher order and tougher than 2025 January as well as April. Got my point, dear students? Okay, so please, I mean to say math wise, because physics and chemistry questions are a bit at higher level, so most of the students could not spend sufficient time for math. This is the reason why most of the students, because math, physics, chemistry questions are also a bit lengthy, time taking, sometimes confusing, statement type, concept based. So this is why we can say that most of the students could spend only 40 to 50 minutes for math. So this is the reason many of the students could not attempt above 6 to 7 questions in math. So it is not like math questions are difficult, time is the major constraint. So if at all you want to do, it's the best thing you need to do for April is just how to manage the time, how to step up your preparation, you just plan. That is very, very important, guys. We Infinity Learn. So with the analysis of these papers, we are going to launch a wonderful test series with exact replica of JEE Main papers 2026. So that stay connected with us, will be giving a wonderful test series. Right, dear students? Right, fine. So we shall go ahead with chemistry part now. I welcome Dr. Sarfraz sir here. Hello sir.
Hello,
how are you?
sir. Fine, fine.
Sir, and in a way, how is today's chemistry
paper is, I think, sir, among all the, I don't know, I should say sorry to students or not, I don't know, but among all the chemistry session, this I am finding a bit easier, sir.
Easier.
Yeah.
Okay.
I cannot say easiest.
Yeah.
I cannot say very easy.
Okay.
But compare it relativity, if you see, of all the 8 sessions,
yes,
this session little bit I am finding a bit
okay,
easier. Maybe if you keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so today's paper will obviously come in 7th position or 8th position.
Okay.
And starting sessions were a bit slightly tougher, sir.
Okay.
So, however, in NTA they have normalization process where they normalize all the marks and they give the final percentile.
Yes, sir.
So, obviously, who have worked hard properly, systematically, I think, sir, they can score 17 to 18 questions comfortably, sir.
Okay, sir. Fine.
If they are studied properly.
Okay, sir.
Okay, systematic. At least from past 1 year, if they were dedicated,
Yes, sir.
they would have. They will get certainly, guaranteedly, they will get 17, 18 questions they can solve, sir.
Okay,
So
sir.
thank
Fine.
you, Bharat, sir.
That's fine, sir. Okay, sir.
Thank
Please
you very
continue,
much.
sir. Yes, sir.
Please be back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, dear students, we'll continue with our chemistry papers. Okay, chemistry discussions. Okay. Right. So, now, dear students, the total number of compounds will react with Hinsberg reagent and are insoluble in KOH. So, dear students, indirectly is talking about secondary amines. Why? Because secondary amines have one hydrogen, correct? So, when they react with Hinsberg reagent, that is benzene sulfonyl chloride, then, sorry, mistake, right. So, what happens? They will give Rn and this is SO2PH and this is R. Now, this cannot further react with KOH because there is no hydrogens available. So, indirectly is asking, secondary amines is asking. So, dear students, N-methyl aniline. So, this is N-methyl aniline, N-phenyl aniline, right. NN-dimethyl aniline, NN-dimethyl aniline is this one. Aniline is simply PHNH2. Methane amine, it is simply methane amine. N-methyl ethanamine, N-methyl ethanamine. So, from this everybody can see, dear students, everybody can see that this is secondary amine, this is secondary amine and this is secondary amine. Hence, the answer for this will be option 3. Next, match the isostructural species. Isostructural species means, dear students, same shape. So, who have the same shape. So, this XeO3 we know, dear students, I will change the color. Yeah, XeO3 is pyramidal, correct? XeO2 is what, dear students? Linear. XeO2F2 is seesaw, and this is square pyramidal. Okay, dear students. Now, coming to BRF5. BRF5 is square pyramidal. So, hence option A, B, C and D if you see. Pyramidal, ammonia is pyramidal. So, AQ. Linear, I3 minus is linear. So, it is R. Seesaw is SF4S and D is P. So, no need to tell the answer. You can get the answer from this. Okay, dear students. Next. Another very easy question. Everybody know better than me that if you keep nitro group on benzene ring, correct? If you keep nitro group on benzene ring, it will invite the electrophile at what position? Meta position. Am I right? Chartha means, okay, you tell me what is missing, tell me. Nikhil, I don't know the option. Can you tell what is missing? Nikhil Bharadwaj, tell which option is missing. A, B, C, D, E, F, G tha. If another G is there, then the answer will become 4. Correct? If one more option is G is there and that is secondary amine, then option will become 4. But based upon this, the answer is 3. Got it, Nikhil Bharadwaj? Okay. Now, so hence we know that this is a deactivating group. Am I right? This is a deactivating group. Since it is deactivating group, this is wrong and this is wrong. Now, correct is what? 2 and 4. So, in 2 and 4, deactivating group for the ring nucleophilic, electrophilic substitution. So, hence answer is option 4. Okay. Right. Next, consider this is very easy, but this takes time to solve. So option A, is this, can I say, is this equal to 4000 Armstrongs? Can I tell? Yes. So there is a formula that, if you remember, dear students, there is one direct formula where energy you can get in electron volt, it is equal to 12400 by wavelength in electron in Armstrongs. So if you divide it by 4000, I think answer approximately this 20, this 20, this is 3.1 something in electron volt, you will get the answer. Now your frequency is given this much. So frequency and energy relation is h nu. So this one, if you multiply by 6.6 into 10 to the power of minus 34 into 10 to the power of 16. So this will come 6.6 into 10 to the power of minus 18, and this is almost equal to 1 electron volt. Similarly, wave number, if you see, E is equal to, okay, so we know that E is equal to hc upon lambda. So 1 by lambda is nothing but equal to hc nu bar. So hence you can write hc nu bar. So this is 6.6 into 10 to the power of minus 34 into 3 into 10 to the power of 8 into 10 power 4. On solving this, you will get the relationship. Got it, dear students? The magnetic moment of the following complexes is, so everybody can see that in past sessions also we have seen, and maybe in the classrooms also we have seen, that this is strong field ligand and this has D8 configuration. So when it is strong field ligand and D8 configuration, so everybody should know that this should have be like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Therefore, unpaired electron here will be 0, magnetic moment will be 0. That means this should be least of all. So hence, these two options cannot be the answer. Got it, Nikhil Bharadwaj and everyone? Got it? Now here copper plus 2. Copper plus 2 means it will be D9 configuration. So D9 configuration will have only one unpaired electron. Only one unpaired electron it will be having. Nikhil is again D8. So hence 5, 6, 7, 8. So here number of unpaired electrons you can check it to be 2. So hence magnetic moment will be, first it will be this one, this is the particular answer. So here number of unpaired electrons will be 2, here it will be 1 and here it will be 0. Same order will be the order of magnetic moment. Next, this sum of valence electrons in element with most and least metallic character. Most metallic character is obviously sodium. Sodium is the most metallic character because it is a very good metal and it belongs to what? 1A, and therefore it has 1 valence electrons. Correct? And he is saying that among the following most and least metallic. So least metallic will be obviously fluorine because it is more non-metallic. Okay, so it is a very good non-metal. So hence it will have, it is 7A group, so it will have 7 electrons. So sum means 1 plus 7, that is 8 will be the answer. Okay. Next one. I have to take calculator, dear students, sorry. I have to use calculator so that I can give fast answer to you. In the estimation of sulfur, 0.16 gram of organic compound gives this much of barium sulfate. So how will you answer this? So dear students, barium sulfate have sulfur, correct? Everybody, I am using calculator, sorry. Right. So now, barium sulfate, if you see, I think in examination he gave molecular weight. Okay. So molar 233 grams of barium sulfate will have 32 grams of sulfur. Correct? How much he gave? 0.4813 has x grams. So x is equal to, using calculator. So how much is x now? 1 second. X is 0.4813 4813 into 32 divided by 233. So x is 0.0661. Right? This is step number 1. Second step, percentage of sulfur is equal to 0.0661 divided by organic compound is how much? 0.314 into 100 divided by 0.314 into 100. So answer is coming 21. So everybody see, dear students, answer is 21%. Clear? It's not sodium. So most metallic, most and least, reply unknown. Okay, see, this is memory based, no, Karthik. So some options will be here and there. That question is coming, Karthik. Karthik, what question you are telling is coming? Okay. Sum of most metallic. If it is, see, simple, if it is phosphorus, it belongs to 5A. If it is chlorine, it belongs to again 7A. If it is sulfur, 6A. If it is oxygen, again it is 6A. Right. It is not sodium, nitrogen. Okay, dear students. So this is actually matter of question because you are saying this is not sodium, this is nitrogen. Since it is memory based, maybe some small changes are there in the question because students like you only are coming and giving these questions to us. So we are able to solve. So sodium, nitrogen, little changes. So okay, no problem, unknown. Well, thank you for informing. I will make this correction in the coming up PDF. Next question. Next question. In this particular compound, X, the percent of carbon is given LOPPT. Now, all of y'all, everybody who is watching me, please listen very carefully. So, Perth, 100 marks total means little bit good, it is qualifying, but 100 marks is not very good for, Okay. Chalo, next look here. X reacting with NaNO2, HCl. So based upon the given options, all are primary amines. So here I will just see RNH2, if you treat with NaNO2 in HCl and water, this is giving ROH and this is giving haloform test. So everybody tell me, if this is giving haloform test, then the intermediate which is coming in middle, it should compulsory have CH3OH group. Everybody give me thumbs up, please. Everybody give me thumbs up that if you are getting this compound, then the intermediate which is coming here, it should be having this group, correct? Everybody agree? 61%, okay, I will make correction, 61% you are telling, okay. So everyone, if you find so here, if you see these two are out of the game because they will not give the corresponding product. Only 2 and 4 can give, and if you find percentage, I think you will get 4 carbons. Please give me reply everyone. This will give 4 carbons, check it. Tanmay, okay, I made 61, 4 carbons will come, agree? Tanmay, Rajat, unknown, everyone, agree? 4 carbon, that means option should be 4. So therefore, if you take this option, NH2, if you treat with NaNO2 in HCl, this will give you diazonium salt. This on treatment with water will give you alcohol, and this one if you treat with base and halogen, then this will give you carboxylic acid plus the yellow PPT. Clear? Right, dear students? So from here, so this only option is there that this content from this you have to find how many carbons are there, 4 carbons or 3 carbons. which pair have same hyperconjugation forms? Okay. So which pair have same hyperconjugation forms? So here you can see, here you have 2 alpha, here you have 3 alpha. So therefore your answer is 5. Here alpha is 1, so answer is here only 1. Here 1 alpha, here 2 alpha, here 2 alpha. So here 5 alpha is the answer. Here 1 alpha, here 2 alpha, here 2 alpha. So 2, 2, 1. Here 5 is the answer. Correct, dear students? So what was the option exactly? Don't know. So here you can see same hyperconjugation 1, 3 and 4 are having. Okay. Give me thumbs up. Rakanach. Got it? Next. Which of the following carbonyl compound? So here we can see, dear students, the concept lies here where here if OH is present and if you treat with base, the base will plug this proton and as a result you will get a carbonyl group. Correct, dear students? And this on treatment with toluene or filling will form silver PPT. Correct, dear students? Okay, toluene test it will give you. So if you see the options, dear students, okay, Rankaj, if this is 60, see I wrote 65, some students are saying 61, now you are telling 61.3. If 3 are there, then option is this one. Okay, if 4 are coming, if carbons are increasing, then this is the option. So I brought 65, some are saying 61, some are saying 60.1. Okay, from based upon that, if it is 3 carbons, this is the answer. If it is 4 carbons, this is the answer. Okay, chalo. No need to, because it is memory based, so we can modify it. Now, so hence everybody can see with respect to the oxygen, here you have OH. So this is reducing sugar. Here you can see this is reducing sugar. But here this ring can't open. Correct? This cannot open. Hence, this is non-reducing sugar. This is non-reducing sugar. Here you can see this ring can open from here. So hence the option here is option 3. Next, find the correct order of acidic strength in the following compounds. Right, 1 minute. Okay. Aniline diazotration will give pH N2 plus. Correct, dear students? Copper cyanide, this will form PHCN. Correct? Hydrolysis, P is benzoic acid. Methane in molybdenum gives formaldehyde. This on potassium dichromate, this will give you formic acid. This in manganic acetate will directly give you CH3, CH2, COA, propanoic acid. Toluene in NBS. Toluene in NBS will give you benzyl bromide, PHCH2, Br. If you treat with KCN, you will get PHCH2, CN. On hydrolysis, this is PHCH2, COOH. Dear students, got it? So, everybody know formic acid is the strongest of all. Correct? And here, due to alkyl groups, plus I effect, R will be the least of all. So, here he asks you the order of acidity. I think someone was asking this question only. Someone was asking this question only. Diamagnetic species. So here Mn is plus 2, your copper is plus 2, nickel plus 2, your nickel plus 2. But dear students, everybody, if you go back, here only we studied, here you can see nickel tetracyanonickelate is diamagnetic. Here only, just now we have studied. Because here only we studied, due to strong field ligands, it is having no unpaired electrons. So direct answer this is simple. So this one, right? So in this nickel plus 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Unpaired electrons will come 2, here unpaired electrons will be 0. Your unpaired electrons, copper plus 2 will be 1. Okay. Right. Mn if you want we can do 3d 5 4s 0. So unpaired electrons are 5. Okay. Okay. जो भी है रे गेमिंग नॉन रिड्यूसिंग सुक्रोज में होगा, ठीक है. स्ट्रक्चर्स को देख के बोलना है. We have to see structures and say. So in structures, with this condition should be available. Then only it is reducing. If the structure is not there, then it is non-reducing sugar. I think physics sir should come. Physics questions are ready. Okay. So please, we will welcome physics sir very shortly. Okay. So, right, Pranay sir, physics sir. Okay, right. So now, dear student, which of the following reaction is incorrectly shown? So at high temperature, we know that free radical can form. At high temperature, free radical can form. Hence, the reaction can occur at sp3 carbon. Right? And here, if you come, this is Gattermann-Koch reaction. Gattermann reaction. So yes, bromine can attack and it can be replaced. So it is correct. Bromine in dark, obviously, the reaction is slow. Ortho and para product can be expected in some small amounts. So here you can see there is no way, there is no temperature or anything where bromine can attack the sp3 carbon. So obviously this cannot be the answer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 questions we have discussed in our chemistry. Okay, dear students. So, dear students, we are having our rank predictor app. So, please keep putting the details in this so that you can get your approximate result. So, thank you, dear student. I welcome my friend, colleague, Anil Roy, sir, physics faculty, who will be continuing physics with you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, let's resume our physics section. We've got a few questions in physics. And again, like I said, my analysis from the previous part, now that I have seen a few more questions, I will say that the physics paper has stayed moderate. It's not become too tough, it's not become too easy, it's at a moderate level. So let's start with the first question. It says a beam of power 2 microwatt is hitting a metal surface. The beam contains photons of wavelength 662 nanometers. Find the number of photons that are striking per second. So this is the direct formula. If you have gone by that formula, the number of photons striking is P lambda divided by HC. So you can put the power 2 microwatts, so 2 times 10 to the power minus 6. Wavelength is given to us as 662 nanometers times 10 to the power minus 9. Whole divided by, this is 6.62 I'll do, into 10 to the power minus 34 because it's easy to cancel out later on. Times, this is 3 times 10 to the power 8. This takes out with 100, makes it 10 to the power minus 4. Now see, I don't even go to calculate. There are these 10 to the powers. I see there is a 2 by 3. 2 by 3 means a 0.67. 0.67 I see appearing in only one of the options. That's it. That's option B. Okay, there's no point overthinking this. Let's move on to next question. This says if delta min by a prism is equal to the refracting angle, then choose the range of the prism, range of mu. So we know delta min, refracting angle means what? It doesn't mean angle of refraction. Refracting angle means angle of the prism A. So delta min is equal to A. I know refractive index is equal to sine of A plus delta min over 2 divided by sine of A by 2. Right? So over here, if delta min is equal to A, I'll have a sine of 2A by 2 divided by sine of A by 2, which makes this place as 2 sine of A by 2 cos of A by 2 divided by sine of A by 2. Take the sine of A by 2 is out, 2 cos of A by 2. Now see, this cos can vary from 0 to 1, right? At its maximum value, it is going to become 1. So then mu value becomes 2. Now you might think minimum value cos can be 0, so mu value is 0. Mu cannot go to 0. Minimum value of mu is going to be 1. It can't go below that. So that is why the possible range is from 1 to 2. Upper limit we get from the equation, lower limit I know for mu. Yes, correct Shreyas, it is option B. Okay, let's move to our next question. This says the mean free path of gas particles of diameter 5 angstroms at temperature and pressure 41 degree and 1.38 times 10 to the power 5 pascals is how much? So over here I'll just directly give you the formula. We know normally that the mean free path is 1 by root 2 pi d square into, even if you remember the general form, that's a total number of molecules by total volume. You also know by ideal gas equation, PV is equal to total number of molecules into N kBT, Kb being the Boltzmann constant, right? So V by N is equal to kBT divided by P. Take it, replace the V by N over here. That's a kBT divided by root 2 pi d square into P. I'll not put the values in. You can just put the temperature. Remember, always put temperature in kelvins. You can put the pressure, you can put the diameter, that's all provided to you, and you will arrive at option C. Not doing the calculation. Yes, correct, Shreyas. This is C. Good work. All right, next question. It says the mass number of a nucleus is alpha, radius is r alpha. Another atom's mass number is beta, then the radius is r beta. Then r alpha by r beta is how much? We know r is proportional to mass number to the power 1 by 3. So r alpha by r beta would be alpha by beta to the power 1 by 3. So alpha by beta, I know beta is equal to 8 alpha, right? So alpha by 8 alpha to the power 1 by 3. Take the alphas out. 1 by 8 to the power 1 by 3. 8 is 2 cube. So that will just give me a 1 by 2. It is option B. Yes, Karthik. Good. Next, we have a question on beats. It says that two tuning forks A and B produce 8 beats in 2 seconds. 8 beats in 2 seconds means 4 beats per second. 4 beats per second, right? Now, the frequency of B is 380, but we do not know that does A, so obviously the difference between the frequency of B and A is 4 beats, is 4 hertz. But I don't know if A has a higher frequency by 4 or a lower frequency by 4. How do we figure it out? We figure it out that the number of beats become 4 if A is waxed. Waxing actually reduces the frequency of A. So if it reduced the frequency, you see beat frequency went down. That means A had a higher frequency. That's why when I bring it down, beat frequency also drops. That means I know if B is 380, A should have been greater than B. And how much greater? 4 beats, 4 hertz. So the answer is 384 hertz. It's option B, not D. Okay. Next one. We have a match the following. It says that there are 2 columns, coefficient of viscosity, surface tension, so on and so forth. So you can go aligning. So work is ml2 t minus 2. We know energy, work, same thing. ml2 t minus 2, that goes with R. Pressure is force by area. Force is mlt minus 2 divided by area is L2. So ml minus 1 t minus 2 goes with Q. C goes with Q. Surface tension, I know in surface tension, F is equal to S into L. So surface tension is F by L. F is mlt minus 2 divided by L. It would just be mt minus 2. Goes with P. So coefficient of viscosity obviously goes with S. So A with S, B with P, C with Q, D with R. Yes, it is option. Okay. All right. So students, the physics questions we have finished. I think Bharat sir or Sarfraz sir might be back. But in the meantime, students, remember that we are having the paper predictor and the rank predictor tool open over here. So you can at any moment go and access it You can get to know that what your predicted college would be, not just your rank, but what your predicted college could be. Okay. And in case that you want to improve that rank, you want to improve that college, we'll be continuously having these live sessions over here through on the Sri Chaitanya Academy JEE YouTube channel, where we'll prepare you not just for the second attempt, but also for the advanced session as well. So the advanced session is coming up, you know, it's still 4 months, but you start preparing for now, because there are many topics which are deleted from mains, but are there in advanced. Especially in chemistry, you have many such topics. Physics also, you have quite a few topics. All of those would be covered. Okay. In the meantime, you can also, if you're that dedicated about advanced, Infinity Learn will be launching its dedicated advanced course. That's a comparatively shorter course where only advanced topics would be done, advanced faculties would be taking it. You can enroll for that. All the details you would get through this YouTube channel itself. So make sure you stay subscribed to the Sri Chaitanya Academy JEE channel, and you follow all the details for Infinity Learn that would be posted in the links in the description down below. Alright. As things stand, your JEE first attempt is almost over. It's over technically, but see this as a first attempt. See this almost as sort of a mock test. You still have the April attempt. You still have the April attempt coming up. If whatever your performance has been, remember, use this as a stepping stone. Use this as a learning opportunity to know where you lack. Maybe you have given so many mock tests, you have given so many grand tests. You used to get a certain amount of score, but in JEE when you went, you saw that your performance was very different from what it was in grand test. There are multiple factors. Obviously, this session, the paper has become comparatively more difficult. It has become lengthy in both physics and chemistry. It has become lengthy in both physics and chemistry. That's one factor. There's another factor which every year students face, is that a JEE environment, that pressure that you get because you're sitting for a JEE exam, that is going to be very, very different. And as you see this entire session, you now have experience. Like we see that droppers generally do better in the next year. The reason is they are a lot calmer. They are used to that JEE environment. So even for you, this first session, take that as a learning experience. You know what a JEE environment is. Many students might have anxiety before the exam. In the second attempt, that will come down quite a bit. You'll be more comfortable in the exam scenario. You can use these 2 months that you have till your second attempt to make yourself stronger. All the weaker parts, like I've said before, in JEE Mains, especially for physics and chemistry, syllabus completion is very, very important, because questions can come from all over the place. So at that point, if you have chapters which are still weak, or this was a backlog chapter, you did not have time to cover it, please cover that in these 2 months. Remember, first attempt, whatever happened. In second attempt, every single person is going to attempt. So you'll see that the percentage of people who registered versus appeared is 96%. There's like a 4 to 5% students who did not appear. Even though they registered, they did not appear. At that point, you have to think that in April attempt, 100% people will attempt. And all of them would be way better prepared, because they will have finished the syllabus. Even if there was this distraction because of practicals, labs, assignments, all of that will be gone. So they'll be way better prepared. So you too have to take yourself to that level. That is very, very important. Okay? Acha. Alright. By the way, I want to know from you students, what has your experience been like? Those of you who gave the JEE for the first time, did you feel a stress, anxiety over there in the examination hall? Any of you like panicked? Or many of you, like, you seeing these paper discussions, you go home, you get to see the paper that we put out as a PDF on our Telegram channel, and you feel that, okay, this question I should have got right. This question maybe I should have got right. Anyone here felt that? Yes, in the exam maybe I panicked, because that's a very, very, very common thing. That's a very, very common thing that you'll be having. Okay, I think the maths sir might be coming up soon. But don't bother about it, that in the second attempt you won't have that. And please, like I've said before, students, please maintain momentum. This fact that you have had this exam, you've really stepped up your preparation. Maybe some of you might be studying like 12, 14 hours. Don't just because the exam is over, don't like take it light now. Don't go back to like 5 hours, 6 hours. Don't go back to like waking up at 12 o'clock, watching reels again. Don't go into that. Your mind is focused. You've learned discipline. Carry that all the way till your second attempt. And if you do well in the second attempt, all the way till you're advanced. If you get through get through the advanced, get into an IIT, your life would be very, very different. Not just with regards to the job, but with regards to those 4 years that you'll spend in an IIT. This is coming from an IIT, and I'm from IIT Kharagpur. I know what the campus life, what the life in an IIT is with regards to maybe in a tier 2 or a tier 3 college. I'll again bring a session on that just to motivate you about this IIT journey, why you should go for IIT, what is so special about IIT. I'll obviously bring a session on the Sri Chaitanya Academy JEE channel. So make sure you stay subscribed. Keep yourself motivated, students, because it's still a few months, but if you maintain the momentum, if you maintain that discipline, it will not feel like 4 months. Okay? All right. So Bharat sir is here to take on these maths questions. So he'll be joining us over here very soon, because maths paper, he will give you a better feedback of what it is. Generally for this entire session, things have been a little challenging. So
hi sir.
Over to you, sir.
Yes sir. Thank you sir. We shall take up. Yeah, dear students. So rest of the part of math questions we shall discuss. You see a simple question we can say, you see the function f defined from f of x is x by 1 plus mod x, f from r to r. Is it 1 1 or not? It's very clear. You can take f of x is, we can say when x is positive, this function is x by 1 plus x. When x is negative, this is going to be x by 1 minus x. You just find the derivative. 1 function can be decided by, this is its derivative. You can take v derivative of u minus u derivative of v by v square. So guys, you can see that this is always positive. So here the function is increasing. Even here also you can observe the same, v derivative of u minus u derivative of v by v square. Even this is also always positive. So it is also increasing, and hence the function is always increasing. It is a 1 function. Statement 1 is absolutely correct. Statement 2 is, you see the numerator part is a quadratic expression. Denominator is always positive because this is x minus 4 whole square plus 2. So no issue with the denominator, whereas numerator is x square minus 4x plus 4x minus 30, which is a quadratic expression which will have two distinct real roots because minus sign is here. So say the roots are alpha comma beta, so f of alpha will be 0, f of beta will be 0. That means alpha and beta both will be mapped to 0. It cannot be 1 1, it must be a many one function. So statement 2 is also correct. Okay, the next question, a simple differential equation. You can take this differential equation as dy by dx minus 1 by x into y is x cot x is the differential equation, whereas integrating factor is e power integral p dx, which is e power minus ln x, so which is 1 by x, right? When 1 by x is the integrating factor, this is going to be y into integrating factor is integral of q of x into integrating factor will become cot x dx, which is y is equal to x into, you can say, or y by x is equal to, this is going to be integral cot x is log mod sin x plus c. Now he has given y of pi by 2 is pi by 2. If you put pi by 2, sin pi by 2 is 1, log 1 is 0, this is 1, so c must be 1. Therefore you can take y is equal to x into log mod sin x plus x. This is going to be the general solution of the differential equation. Now you just compute 6 times pi by 6. So 6 times, you just put pi by 6, this is pi by 6 plus sin pi by 6 is 1 by 2, log 1 by 2 means minus ln 2, yeah, plus pi by 6, which gives, you can say, minus pi log 2 plus pi. This is the first one, whereas the second in the same way, 8 times y of pi by 4. So which is pi by 4, log pi by, sin pi by 4 is 1 by root 2, and hence log of 1 by root 2 means 2 power minus 1 by 2. This is minus 1 by 2 into log 2 plus pi by 8, you can pi by 4 you can write, so that this is going to be minus pi log 2, you can say, plus 2 pi. If you subtract this from this, these two get cancelled, pi minus 2 pi is going to be minus pi, okay? Yeah, right. So the answer is going to be minus pi. Clear? Then the next question, we can say this is a simple question, signum function. You know, x is other than n pi by 2 and sin x, cos x, tan x, cot x must be defined. So if you take in, you cannot take anyhow multiples of pi by 2. So I can say, so boards, if you are not perfect, first you focus on boards, Nishant, boards पे focus करो, boards preparation will help you for JEE also. उसके बाद 19 days gap है, around 19 to 20 days based on the other boards, you can focus for boards too, right? Okay, I mean you can focus on JEE mains too after that. Next, in first quadrant, sin positive, so 1, cos positive, tan positive, cot positive, the sum will give you 4. In the second quadrant, sin positive, cos negative, tan negative, cot negative, you will get minus 2. In the third quadrant, sin negative, cos negative, tan positive, cot positive, you will get 0. Fourth quadrant, sin negative, cos positive, and tan negative, cot negative, you will get minus 2. All together you are getting only 3 numbers in the range, that is 4, minus 2, 0. So option B is the right answer for this. Okay. Next, this question, as limit theta tends to 0 is given, 1 by theta you can just take like n. So f of x is given like limit n tends to infinity cos pi x minus x power 2n into sin of x minus 1 by 1 plus x power 2n into sin of x minus 1. So this function, how to simplify, guys? So if mod x is less than 1, then what happens is x power 2n will become 0, this also becomes 0, you will get cos pi x. If mod x is exactly 1, so this becomes cos pi x minus sin of x minus 1 by 1 plus sin of x minus 1. If mod x is more than 1, these two go to infinity, divide with x power 2n, you will get minus sin of x minus 1 by sin of x minus 1, you will get minus 1. So friends, here you just see, especially he is talking at 1, at 1 left hand limit is cos pi, which is minus 1. At 1 if you substitute here minus 1, if it is more than 1 also minus 1. So continuous is the right answer, discontinuous is wrong, that too f of 1 is minus 1, option A is the right answer. Okay. The next, this is a question related to probability. So simple, he has given expected value means mean, sigma xi pxi. So is the mean, which is given as 263 by 15. It is purely calculation based. If you just apply sigma xi pxi, you will observe that k value is 7 by 2. Once you know k value 7 by 2, so you just substitute here 7 by 2. We just want probability x less than 20. So you will get 7 by 2 means this is 14, here 18, here 7 by 2 you will get 19, this is 7 by 2 you will get 20. K less than 20 means sum of all these probabilities you have to find. So 1 minus this you can do, 1 minus the sum of these two is going to be 3 plus 1, 4 by 15, which is 11 by 15 is the answer. A simple question, calculation based question. Okay. So guys, I can say here, so the mathematics part questions, yeah. So not so difficult, right, dear students? So in a way, so it is a great session we've done. JEE Mains Infinity Learn तरफ से JEE Main 10 spells, 10 shift papers, all the memory based questions are presented to you. So thank you, dear students, for encouraging us, and we can say in this 5 days into 2 shifts means 10 papers. So that support that you have given by you to Infinity Learn really awesome, and we will give a wonderful test series as well as memory based questions are okay. We'll be getting original questions, we will discuss it, and stay tuned to us. We are going to give a wonderful insights and preparation for session 2 JEE Advanced as well, right, dear students? Thank you, that's all for the day. See you, take care, bye, see you.